Welcome once again to the faux live stream. We're doing an AMA every Sunday. This is it. It's the 5th already of this year. It's the 5th Sunday. Other things we do in this AMA is we go over the weekly news in just 5 minutes, so you don't have to waste your time reading all the news articles all week, which you probably do anyway. We're going to go over the market, see what it's going to do. We're going to try to predict which direction it's going for the coming time. We're following some Flare builders, all the projects that are being built on Songbird and Flare. We're going to test out their tools and we're going to look what they do. We have FO updates, Pixel Chain Games, which is coming soon. And ask me anything. You can go into our Discord and you can ask your questions and we answer them so everyone can get the answers at the same time. That's why we started this AMA. Because with DeFi comes a lot of questions. So let's get answers. So, in crypto news this week, Visa and Transact enhance MetaMask with fiat off-ramp capabilities. From cryptobriefing.com. The new feature will support 145 countries and is the latest development in user experience in crypto. Visa Direct enables funds to be transferred in up to 30 minutes, which is almost real time, as the company says. Transact announced that more than 40 crypto assets will support the new crypto to fiat conversion. The goal is to streamline transactions within the Web3 ecosystem, offering users a seamless way to convert their digital assets to fiat currencies. So you can use your Web3 wallet and directly turn them into fiat, which is a pretty nice bridge to having your Rep tokens delegated and then move them to buy some bread and sugar. Next in crypto news, Ripple co-founder hacked funds halted by Binance. Richard Tang confirms on X. So what happened? $112 million of XRP was stolen from Chris Larson's private account, not from Ripple. The co-founder Chris Larson, the co-founder of Ripple, was hacked and they stole $112 million of XRP. They tried to off-ramp it on a couple exchanges, but Binance said, okay, let's freeze the account that tried to steal this and let's investigate. So right now there's an investigation. There's not much news about that, but this time centralized exchanges saved his ass big time. So that's something nice to say about centralized exchanges. They do KYC. You can contact them and you can ask them, look, they stole my money. Please freeze their account. And some news from Flare Network. They did an AMA on Twitter. And you could ask anything about F assets. And a lot of interesting questions got answered. So I will definitely advise you to go and check that out on their X account. Like this one, FLR deposited as collateral will still get Flare drops and the FTSO delegation rewards. So I assume that you can keep on delegating your Rep tokens while also depositing it as collateral. At least that's what I read from this. I don't know for sure, but I think that works like that. Here you have by minting BTC, XRP, and Doge, which will be the 3 first tokens you can turn into F assets once it's live. They are in the pipeline to come live first. FBTC, FXRP, and FDoge. You're able to put them to work earning yield or rewards in dEPs on Flare and other chains. So here you can see how that works. You have Bitcoin, Dogecoin, XRP, and you move them into the Flare network. That means that you're minting new F assets from them, and you can use them to buy NFTs, lending and borrowing, bridging, metaverses, leverage trading, store value, payments, and DeFi. This is all the new utility that comes from these 3 tokens that now have this utility. They will get some extra utility. Nice graph. Next, Dan Rocky, the champion. Again, with some very useful information on X. He noticed this. It looks like the Flare Drop 12, claimable on February the 10th, will be significantly higher than the last Flare Drop, like 10%. This is a bit surprising. In spite of being happy for the extra high drop, I suspect that it's because of the significant transition to Flare Stake, where many people are forgetting to restake immediately. So that's what happens. People who are staking, they have their tokens. They don't have their tokens wrapped So as soon as the staking period ends, they have FLR in their wallet, which doesn't earn any flare drops. You need to restake in order to get flare drops, or you need to wrap them into wrapped flare to get the flare drops. So many people or forgot, or don't know, or they do not care, and they're not getting the flare drop. So the amount of flare drops is redistributed over all the people who are paying attention. So please restake always. Don't forget, you will miss rewards, and you will also miss flare drops on top of your rewards. Another milestone, FLR stake hits records at 4 billion. FTZO Delegation holds already at 15 billion. As you can see, the infrastructure providers, they are just restaking, self-bonding their rewards. People who are staking are just restaking, they're compounding their rewards. Everyone is just adding more fuel to the fire to create a big flare. And that's, and yeah, we are following along as Flare Oracle. We are restaking all that all the staking rewards that we get. We are restaking also the delegation rewards that we get. So there's a lot of value getting locked in the coming months and maybe even years in Flare, and which is very good for the overall liquidity. So from the news, we go straight into the market watch, checking out what the candles are doing. Maybe we can predict the future in our crystal ball. We have here Bitcoin. You see that it recovered from this downtrend. It recovered completely fully this last few weeks. It recovered, and it's now bouncing off this resistance again. We will have to see if it's gonna keep on going into the upward direction. But look, if we see here, it's bouncing in between these two retracement levels, which the Fibonacci tells us. We are also like coming from some big long green candles, and right now it looks like it's gonna make a decision somewhere soon. If you draw this triangle, there's less people selling and less people buying all the way till the end of this triangle, and maybe it's gonna move upward from there, or it's gonna move downwards. Sometimes these channels break upwards, sometimes they break downwards. It looks like it's overbought right now, so we could see that we could see it going down. The volume is also lower, but yeah, let's see. I think it's gonna break down lower, and we need to find some more support down there. Let's see what Songbird is doing. Songbird is breaking out completely. Our bird is learning to fly. We already drawn this channel here, this triangle from this upward movement. There was this triangle, and it broke up to the upside, and it brought some really big candles. Let me see. Here we have the retracement levels. Doesn't work because probably someone didn't pay for their TradingView subscription. That doesn't matter. Here you see that it's exactly bouncing off this retracement level all the way from this high to this low. This was a retracement level. It's now hovering around this. Let's hope it breaks through and keeps going up. It is moving into overbought territory, but it's also looking very bullish. So yeah, it could go sideways for a while. Let's hope it makes another beautiful triangle and we break to the upside some more. Happy to see Songbird going up that much. FLR, his big brother right now, is doing somewhat the same. Also had this big candlestick here a couple weeks ago. Created this triangle here, which broke out to the upside. Let me see if I can see if it's also bouncing off retracement. It actually moved into this new retracement area here. So we could hopefully go and reach the 3 cents very quickly. We're already at 2.9 cents. So yeah, there's only a little room to go, but I think it's gonna go sideways for a while until we breach this level of resistance. enough with predicting the future with our crystal ball work. Let's look into the Flare builders. Some more, even more interesting than looking at the charts. Of course, every week we look into the Flare builders, all the projects that are being built, giving utility to the Songbird and Flare network, and one of them is Xenos Finance. The reason I go over them is because they recently added a farm for the Fortuna token, which is really interesting to look into. What is Xenos Finance? They build a DEX on Songbird, earn passive income on Songbird's leading DeFi ecosystem, provide liquidity for other traders, and earn passive income on your crypto from trading fees. Stake your tokens and collect Songbird's hottest tokens. So they build a DEX. What can you do on the DEX? You can swap your tokens for any token that's minted on the Songbird network. And you can provide liquidity to liquidity pools, which I'm going to show you in a while how to do that. They have farms, and here you can see the XNF and SFort farm. That is the Xenos Finance token and Fortuna token that you can farm some extra XNF for. And the APR is 480% right now. There's only $2,688 in the pool, so there's still a lot APR there to earn. Another cool thing that they had created is the NFT pools, where you can stake your GoKubi NFTs. That's the Council of GoKubi NFTs, if I'm not mistaken. And you can also stake Cybers. And there's already a lot of NFTs in these pools. And there's some APR to earn on your NFTs, which are sometimes doing nothing in your wallet. Sometimes you need them for different types of things, for voting and everything. So staking them for some rewards is a really cool feature that Xenos Finance built. And it's probably going to attract more NFT projects and brings more utility to every one of these NFT projects, which is a very cool feature from Xenos Finance. Great job there. So let's dive into the updates. Like last week, a couple weeks ago, we started staking, and we're gonna just show live how that staking is going. Here I'm staking 50,000 Flare, and I have 210 unclaimed Flare tokens, which I'm gonna claim right now. So as you know, every 14 days the staking rewards are calculated, so they don't show up real time. They just every 14 days they just show the rewards you got for all your staking before that period. So here I claimed it. It's $6, and I had an ID to compare different utility yield farming and things to do on Flare to earn some passive income. And I had some Flare staked now, 50,000. So I thought I'm also going to wrap to 50,000 Flare on the side to delegate to FTSOs. And then we're also going to delegate the same value, dollar value on Songbird. And we're going to add some liquidity also of the same value. Here I'm going to app.flareoracle.io to see what will give me the highest rewards. And here you can see a graph that shows you who you are delegating currently and who has higher rewards. So here I have Flare Ocean and Solarius. I already set it up. I already delegated to them. So I'm also going to check this out for Songbird. This is our own app. You can do a lot of cool things with it, like checking out the metrics. Here you have Lena Instruments and Envision are on top. But I guess I am delegating to Envision and Flare Ocean. Probably because some of the other ones are not on the list. So I set up that delegations on Songbird. So at the start of so I did this all 2 days ago. So the prices already fluctuate a lot since then. Because while I was setting this up, Songbird and Flare prices went pretty crazy. So at the start of all 5 positions, they were worth $1,292. You might not follow me anymore, but I will show you some graph what I did. So that's my wrapped Flare delegated, and this is my wrapped Songbird delegated. I chose Envision and Flare Ocean for the next moment. For the next weeks to delegate to. I will update that every 2 weeks, just like I have to restake my Flare every 2 weeks. Another position I took was, what will you earn if you provide liquidity in the Fortuna token and in Songbird on the Xenos swap? So here I go to Xenos Finance. I don't have to create a pair because they did it already for us. You can see Fortuna token and wrapped Songbird. There's already $7 in this pool. Well, I'm gonna add $1,292 to this pool, so almost all the pool will be mine. Here I connect my wallet. So all the fees that come through the pool, the people who are selling and buying Fortuna tokens on XenoSwap, all the fees they pay will, almost all of them will come to me until someone else adds a lot more liquidity than me, then I have to share it with them. So here I'm gonna add maximum balance of my Songbird tokens, -1, because we want to keep some for fees. If you don't have fees anymore, you cannot do anything, so you cannot make transactions anymore. So here I also have to approve my Fortuna tokens first by clicking confirm. You allow the site to use your Fortuna tokens. Okay, I approve. Always make sure you do this with a trusted provider, because this safety is there not without a reason. Okay, here I try to supply and it doesn't work. It's a little bug. What I found out is that you just have to remove the amount of tokens you want to add to the pool and then type them in again. So I remove them here, I type them back in, and then supply is approved and I have to confirm. So there's about 60,000 Songbird in the pool. It was not enough, so after this video I added a little bit more to make sure it's exactly $1,292, like all the other positions also are. And then I go back. I already provided liquidity, so big chunk of the pool is mine. And I also had the idea to add FXRP, which is not available yet. In the future there will be, you can mint FXRP on Flare, and I also want to show how much that earns. But right now I will just have 1,292 XRP. The price went up also a little bit, so it's not 1,292 anymore. But at the moment I created this, I can assure you that it was. So here's a little graph to show what I am doing right now. And this is already the amount of changes from Thursday, from 2 days ago. Yeah, from Thursday or Friday, I believe. You can see that staking FLR, without even getting any rewards yet, but the price of Flare went up during this time. It went up 13.5%. In the lead is Delegating Songbird, which went up 32.3% from the moment I started this Camel race. So the S4 Songbird liquidity pool went up 30%. This has to do with half of the tokens, half of the value is Songbird and half of the value is Fort. So if the price of one of them goes up, you don't enjoy all of the profits. So it's behind like a small 2%. Also, XRP went up a little bit with 1.9%. So right now, leading the Camel race is Songbird without even earning any rewards. There's no rewards earned there. I'm delegating the Songbird, I'm delegating Flare, which are also not locked in yet, which is a little bit unfair advantage of the staking. And there's a little bit unfair advantage on everything on Songbird and Flare because the XRP has no utility assigned to it yet until the F assets come out. So we will update this every week. It will be fun to watch, to see what gives you the most what gives you the most, where's the most profit to be made in which type of utility. So I hope you are going to follow that to check it out. And finally, some update on the Pixel Chain Olympics game. It's being tested right now. After testing, we probably will spend some time auditing. Releasing it next week is sort of a joke that we make, because I say every week that it will be released next week, which is not necessarily true. So if you read somewhere the Pixel Chain game will be released next week, it's not exactly true. You can go to the pixelchainolympics.com website to read everything you want to know about the game. So for now, not much more updates than that. We are really testing it. It's really working. And yeah, we are just not releasing it before it's perfect. So I will keep you updated in the next one. Thank you for watching. We are continuing the AMA on our Discord. So if you wanna jump in and ask questions, or you wanna jump in and propose some topics we need to go over, or some stuff I need to show how it works, some utility on the Flare and Songbird network, please join our Discord server, and I will definitely add you to the next week's episode. Okay, thank you. See you in the next one.